I don't have any toppings.
Yeah, I told him. I told him a million toppings already.
Like what?
Dude, we can't spoil it.
Daigo?
We can't spoil it? What are you talking about? It's a show.
Yeah, but, you know, wow, so you think we should... Okay, we're on. Be cool.
Who gives a shit if we're on?
Yeah.
Look, are you in a
Ricky's
mood?
been really aggravated. Yeah, he was like this yesterday, too.
Strong, independent black woman.
Mm-hmm.
He's not strong.
19th of the month, I got it. Man, you're going in on that chicken, though.
Dude, this chicken's fucking good. I got some weird guacamole thing. Don't you guys wish you had chicken?
You don't have napkins?
That's what his mouth is for.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I'm gonna leave in a little bit, just to grab a napkin. So, started the show at a bad time. I don't need a napkin. Fuck that. That shit's
Man, he's definitely in a mood.
Uh-oh. What did I do? What happened? Hold on. Why did that happen? Abort Mish.
That was pretty interesting. It was trying to communicate with you through hand gestures, sign language.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on. I was just ignoring Eris, and then I was listening to what Ricky told me to do.
Yeah. That's all we could do. I mean, it's like the show normally.
I don't know what the hell that... Whatever, it doesn't matter. We sorted it out.
Nailed it.
Are you still playing the song again?
Yeah, I replayed the song. It's take 2.
Rerun.
What song is it?
Some shitty ass Doom song that ripped.
Bullshit, you liked it.
It's alright.
Did you play Doom?
No, I never played it.
Really?
Oh, you mean the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it.
Yeah, you played it.
Did you play it at all?
Yeah, I played it for like at least 18 or 19 minutes.
Are you serious?
And then I flushed it down the toilet.
Get out of here. It wasn't that short, was it?
Doesn't take us that long to figure out it's a game.
You need to play the game longer.
Longer than that?
Yes.
You were playing on you can play it on controller, right?
He had like one weapon and like one enemy type or something.
I found the
at that point.
chainsaw. So it's my second weapon.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good game.
I didn't think it was a bad game. I just saw something I wanted to play.
Yeah. That's cool.
Pause. Hey, what's up, Internet? It's Big Thursday. That first try, don't worry about that one. That one didn't count. I don't know what happened. The music...
We get paid for that one, though, right?
Yeah, that one, it counts. It goes on the it goes over to HR. Don't sweat it.
Does the episode count keep going up then? Does that count as one episode?
No, that goes into the DVD behind the scenes Lost Archives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's coming at the end of the season.
Man, that'd be really bad if we had a behind the scenes look at this show.
Oh my God.
All the shit we say.
Dude.
Paywall.
Eris would be in trouble.
Eris would be in trouble. Eris would be in trouble. Boy, let me tell you, Rip is the type who likes to use the N-word. Just saying. Just saying. He's one of those N-word using motherfuckers.
Yeah. Totally.
Anyway, whatever. Who gives a shit?
I quit the show. Jesus Christ.
Hold on. Before you hang up, we've already done that song and dance. Listen,
Can we quit and like restart again? I don't want this going up.
I don't know how to sort this out. We can't abort Michigan. Look.
Crash it.
Abort Michigan. Listen, what's the first topic? You pick. You pick.
Who picks?
You. Okay, Ricksta. You pick that.
I said we had no topics.
Oh, yeah. All right, Rip. Let's start with...
Gargos is revealed for Killer Instinct.
Oh, you picked the one topic that I was hoping we wouldn't even talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to talk about that topic, go ahead. I'm not even going to talk about it.
That's all there was to it.
You don't even want to talk about it either?
I mean, that was it. I think he looks weird. He looked buffer before, as far as I remember. He looks kind of fruity now with all his red and purple.
What do you mean before? I thought he was a new character.
He's like an old boss from the old games, and now this is his debut in the new Killer Instinct.
Oh, I thought his name was like Alcohol or something.
Idol.
Goldstein?
Idol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said Idol, and you said no. That's from something else.
Right. I don't know. I mean,
no, Idol's from Killer Instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Look, nobody's talking about fucking Idol, dude. We're not talking about Idol. Why are you talking about Idol?
So who the fuck is Garbos?
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 That's
I don't know
a good
one.
The whole fucking game is named Garbos.
Wow.
Alright, why are we talking about this? None of us care.
Topic is done.
Fucking Garbos. Alright, next topic.
Yeah, if you guys are interested in Garbos, check them out.
Mm-hmm.
Next topic is, how about Anakin?
Oh yeah. What's his sponsor's name?
Circa.
Circa. So Anakin got sponsored by what appears to be a legit sponsor. Some people make jokes about how they're all, teenagers, all the people who run that. But who cares how old they are, right? It's a legit sponsor, and I'm really happy for him, so that's good shit.
Why do you say it's a legit sponsor?
Well, because sometimes you get these sponsors that are like, fucking headphone companies or something that's not like an esports team. This is specifically an esports team. It's not like, right?
I would rather get sponsored by the headphone company, knowing that there's a company behind it.
Yeah, that there's a real product back there where they can get money from.
I didn't know. I thought that people want to get sponsored by like Echo Fox or Tempo or EG.
Those are more legit.
Yeah,
companies.
established.
So what you're saying is this is not a legit sponsor.
This is, we don't know what it is.
So what are you saying?
It's too early to tell that it's legit or not.
Oh.
I mean, they've sponsored LPN and they've sponsored Anakin now, but I mean, they have no history. We know that they're...
I didn't know they have no history. I had no idea.
I only heard of them when LPN got sponsored by them.
Okay, this is news to me. Good shit. Okay, they're not legit. They're shady. Keep an eye on these guys.
Hold on.
Pull up their sponsor list, Ricky.
So first off, I type in Circa Esports, and they have 2,415 followers. Hey, they have a Mortal Kombat X player, too.
Who's that?
Who?
Destroyer. I never heard of him.
Destroyer?
I sponsor them.
So they have They have a Dota team, a StarCraft players, Hearthstone, Stream team, Dream team, Media team.
Damn, there you go. Sounds like they know what they're doing. Anyway, whatever. Look, the bottom line is that, Anakin, who, as far as I know, is not really competing in anything other than Tekken, right? He's like a Tekken-only player. He's getting sponsored by what appears to be a halfway legitimate team, right? So, I don't care what you guys say about this shady team, all right? I think that they're legit, okay? And I'm really happy for Anakin, because he's a Tekken-only player. This is what I've been barking on about for the last, 3 weeks, that, Tekken players are going to start to feel the waffle runoff from all this esports happening, especially with this Tour de France that Namco's doing with all this Tekken 7 shit this year. So, I'm telling you, Jimmy J has got to get sponsored next. What the fuck, right? Jimmy J needs a sponsor. He needs to go to all these. So
so there's one thing. So Marn keeps harping that he's the first ever sponsored player, I guess, by a legit team, because he was sponsored by EG, right? Mm-hmm. Was that before or after when Crow and Jimmy got sponsored by Complexity for that small period of time during MLG?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably after. This was all in 2010, though. That was all in the same year
when that happened.
Yeah, it was that, because that's we're kind of going through the same song and dance, except now there's more money and more teams.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just happy that this kind of thing's going to start happening for all different games, right? So that's good shit. Tekken 7's coming out, and I think it's going to be dope. Lots of players will get sponsored. That reminds me, breaking news when it comes to this Iron Fist tournament. So you qualify for this bigger tournament, which they haven't even really announced yet, but I guess we can assume it's going to be something like what happened last year, right? So, go ahead.
I got an email today from, it's like one of my media email kind of things that I get. It's from Wizard World. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up right now because I didn't know we were going to talk about it. It information about that last tournament, which I don't think has been mentioned yet.
Do tell.
I'm trying to find
the big
it.
last tournament?
Yes. So here we go. It says Bandai Namco Entertainment America Inc. officially announces the Tekken 7, the King of Iron Fist Tournament 2016 for North America. They got a quote from Harada in there who said, the Tekken series is a cornerstone of the fighting game community and continues to evolve and advance the genre forward with each installment. I'm excited to see what the North American Tekken community is made of as they compete over the next 7 months in the Tekken 7, blah, 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 in North America. And then they go on to say the full schedule of events, which we've kind of known. But then they say in the last event that it's going to be competing for a $20,000 prize pool.
Oh, wow. That sounds like it could change.
Yeah.
That sounds
that's
like
what
a
it says.
preliminary number.
Yeah,
But-
so it said each tournament event will feature a prize pool of $3,000 with a final prize pool of $20,000 at the Tekken 7 blah, 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 finals.
Huh.
You know, so I always thought that was kind of because when we talked to Jimmy, I was talking to Jimmy in one of your streams, and he said that he's not going to go to Sacramento for Wizard World because he thought that it wasn't worth going to, even though because he's already qualified.
Yeah.
And does that rule still stand that if Jimmy were to enter that one, that he gives up his last one?
So
is it the one he qualified for?
that was the next thing I was going to talk about. So we know about this tour of different dates, and the winner of each event, only one person gets a spot in this final tournament, which they have barely said anything about so far, right? But there's apparently a new rule, which I've heard is the Markman rule, right? He made this up, I think, where if you have won one of these tournaments, you can forfeit your spot, though you keep the winnings, you forfeit your spot and you try to enter again, to try to win again, therefore giving you the opportunity to win the money again, but most importantly, allowing you to win the spot again. Now you're going to wonder what happens to the spot that you forfeit. So from what I hear, it doesn't go to the second place guy, it becomes an empty spot, which becomes the last chance qualifier available at that tournament. So I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work out, but if one of the winners or more than one of the winners of the tournaments that have already happened, so that's Geese Master, Mr. Naps, ZTS, and who's the fourth one?
Brawl
Anakin.
Pro.
Oh,
and
Brawl
Geese
Pro
Master.
and Anakin. Anakin won. He got the highest placing American at final round. So these guys are all going to have the opportunity to forfeit their spot if they choose, and those spots will become available for last chance.
I don't think anyone's doing that.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone's going to do that.
Like I thought Jimmy would, just because it's I don't think it's gonna be hard for him to win another tournament, but 20,000. Like he knows he's right now he has a chance for that at least. Like yeah, why bother?
The only way I think it would be literally for sure worth it for him or someone like him is if he got sponsored and the sponsor said, "I'll take you to all of the tournaments for sure." That way his chances would be like maximum.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is the rule from what I hear, and I think that they publicly announced the rule and that's what's going to happen. So we'll see. I don't know if that's what they're going to do as far as the player's decision. What's up, Rip?
Nothing.
You look like you're about to... Are you
Yeah,
pissed
there was-
because
there
you
was-
lost to ZTS or what?
What?
Damn.
You can't look like that and not say something.
I know, man. You've got
What?
a lot on your mind, it looks
There
like.
was something was right at the tip of your tongue, and you were gonna say it and be very angry.
What are
and
you
held
gonna...
back.
I'm so curious what it could possibly be. What are you pissed about on this topic?
Nothing. It's a great idea. That's
So
all.
you don't like
I'm
the
happy.
idea?
No, I'm not even talking about. I actually think it's a good idea. It's compared to before, where the rule was just that if you win, you're not allowed to enter again. Period. Right? This is an improvement on that for sure.
I agree. It's an improvement on that, but it's not too much of an... I don't know if anyone will take advantage of it. That's the only problem.
I mean, I can tell you, if I ever placed, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, but
Yeah.
the only person I feel like might want to consider it is Jimmy J. Tran. Because
Yeah.
he's so
Or
like...
Anakin.
or maybe Anakin. They're so like far advanced as far as players that maybe it might be a good idea if they're sponsored for all of them. But it doesn't matter. Whatever. In the end, it's dope that this is happening. Really, the most important thing is that the sponsored, Anakin getting sponsored is super dope. And good shit. Congrats. What else? Tekken-related news. Can we move on? The next event on this tour is Combo Breaker. We'll talk about Combo Breaker later, but the next event is Combo Breaker, and then the one after that is Philadelphia Wizard World,
which is the
right?
following week.
Yeah.
Right. They're back-to-back weekends. But we could mention really quick about Combo Breaker and Tekken. It has over 228 entrants, I heard.
Yeah.
So it's a shitload.
Yeah.
Second most entrants at Combo Breaker.
Yeah, and they're supposed to have quite a few setups, just like they did at Northwest Majors. That was crazy. They had a shitload of setups. That was the first time I've been to a fighting game tournament, like one of the major FGC events that had Tekken 7, where there were open stations. That hadn't happened at any tournament yet, so that was sick. Just open stations where you could be like, hey, you want to get some games? I mean, dope. Tekken 7. So, that was cool. Anyway, other topics. Next game.
We can move on to Street Fighter.
Yeah. So, the big news, I guess, in Street Fighter, there's a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things is that Pokken outsold Street Fighter 5, right? In sales. I don't know what the sources are. I keep hearing that this is true and everything, right? And, I mean, I don't think it's as surprising as maybe it sounds, because isn't Pokemon a monster? I feel like Pokemon's a monster. It doesn't matter what it is. If it has Pokemon on it, it's fucking huge. So, yeah, whatever. What bearing does that have? Who cares?
You don't walk around Japan and see a Street Fighter store. But you definitely see Pokemon centers all around.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I would expect this. This is what I would expect. Another thing is the 8 frames of lag. I mean, it's just, I haven't heard any mainstream, anything good about Street Fighter V come from mainstream media ever. The only praise I ever hear about that game is like on Twitter or word of mouth. You never hear like anything good about the game. And then I heard Capcom released an official apology saying, we're sorry, we fucked up.
Really?
Yeah, I something like that. Something about how they apologized for not polishing Street Fighter V the way it should have been before launch. That they regret.
So they're going to refund everyone their money?
I don't know if that's part of the apology, but it just seems like there hasn't been anything good except for the actual matches, and like the CPT tour has gone pretty smooth. And on that note, Daigo is flying to Stunfest. So this is his first big tournament, and apparently everyone's in an uproar because Infiltration is not going to be there. So it's like, are they duckling each other? What's the deal? I don't know why Infiltration's not going, but
I mean, Infiltration can sit out the rest of the year, right?
He could, but
he could.
But there's no real benefit for him to
hide his secret strats, man. No one knows how to beat him.
Yeah, maybe.
That's definitely a decent idea. I don't know. I mean, in the end, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm excited to see Daigo play. I think it's odd, like this whole Mad Cats thing with like Mad Cats and Red Bull picking up Daigo. It's weird. I want to watch him play. I want to watch him play in a tournament. Someone's going to beat his ass, dude. What if someone beats his ass? Some random. You never know. You remember last year's EVO, or not, was it last year? 2 years ago, maybe, when Blockbuster John beat Mago?
Remember that one EVO where Daigo just lost to Filipino champ and John Choi?
Yeah, but dude, Filipino champ and John Choi are like national champion level players, right? Blockbuster John is like the guy who you see at the bowling alley, the equivalent of
But the thing is that John Choi, I mean, he's good. He's not a Street Fighter legend.
He's a champion.
But Street Fighter 4 has never really been his main game, and during that time, I don't think Champ was even concentrating on Street Fighter 4 that much.
That's not the point. As a player, he has accolades, right? He has a long list of like credentials.
So you're saying so what you're trying to tell me is that John Choi is better than Blockbuster John?
Hell yeah, dude! Are you kidding me? I don't even think.
I mean, you didn't have to go through that song and dance. Whatever.
What song and dance? You were the one that sent me on.
I'm pretty sure you made that song and dance, Ricky.
Keep it moving.
So
Ricky's on point tonight.
Yeah,
man.
he really is sharp as fuck, and he was late, and he fucking was eating chicken.
Late? Oh
Son of
god.
a bitch.
I'm out of here. Have a
Anyway,
good show.
What were we talking about? What were we talking about?
We're talking about how Street Fighter 5, and then they have that rage quitting problem, and Mighty Mouse from UFC called him out on it on Twitter.
Yeah,
and he was all like,
that's what I keep hearing. Negative
Yeah.
stuff, bad things. They haven't
he has
fixed the rage quitting.
165,000 followers.
They haven't fixed the rage quitting. They keep getting negative press from different people. You know, Pokken outsold it and everything. That's bad news. I think that's all good news for Tekken though. When Tekken 7 comes out and it has all these modes and everyone's happy with it, it's gonna be tight.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope I'm not just being blindly optimistic. We'll see. Shit's gonna come out next year if it's not announced at E3, right? We've already 100%. What's up?
No, they Namco Bandai, I'm pretty sure, like, they have like an announcement of what they're going to show at E3, and they said something like a fighting game for Xbox One, PS4, PC, and it's unannounced or whatever it is. So it could be like Dragon Ball Budokai 5 or some shit.
That's probably
like
what it is.
Like fighting / wrestling.
Yeah.
Is that what it
arena.
said?
Fighting /
arena. All right.
Yeah,
it's going to be One Piece, Bloody Roar or some shit.
Yeah. One Piece, Bloody Roar.
Bloody Roar. Bloody Roar.
Yeah, I don't know. But bottom line is, if they don't announce Tekken 7 at E3, it's not going to come out this year. Because if they don't announce it at E3, they don't have the time to tell people how to market it. So that's that. We'll see at E3. Basically, we'll have a evidence through a process of elimination know when it might come out, right? So that's good news. E3's coming up soon. Tekken 7 news, I can't think of anything else. Street Fighter news, just the big tournaments coming up. Stunfest this weekend. The new characters are rolling out. I don't know what the next character is.
For who? For what?
For Street Fighter 5. I guess they're saying Balrog, but I don't know if it's been officially announced and when it's coming out.
You know, they got about how many days left in this month? 12 days. Did we get Guile this month or last month? What happened with that whole monthly thing?
I think that was last month.
Right?
Yeah.
It's been 1 month.
Been out like 12 days.
Yeah, it was the end of the month. That's right. I played a little bit more today. It's getting more fun. I felt like I forgot a lot of stuff about the game because I didn't play during this whole Dark Souls 3 thing, but it's coming back on me. And eventually I'll get it again. But I'm having fun. I think the game's really fun. It's crazy how much bad publicity it gets. So anyway, whatever. Who gives a shit?
It's not that crazy.
Yeah, you're right. It's not that crazy. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime, right? The game's missing a bunch of shit, and that's the end of that. And UFC fighters are pissed. So, whatever.
Not only that, like, rappers are pissed. Everyone's pissed. But it's crazy, too, because even for, how many people hate the game, or not hate the game, they like the fighting game aspect of it. They complain about a lot of it, but it's, so many people talking about the game itself on Twitter, even, from, just random, rap guys and producers and shit. It's weird.
Well, I feel like the game itself, as far as a fighting game, really isn't that bad. I mean, if you really, I don't know, I have to praise the game because every time something comes out, it's trash, right? And this game is pretty solid. There's no bugs, there's nothing too crazy, and there's no glaring character issues, infinites, or anything weird like that. That's pretty rare for them to nail it first try, even though it's not necessarily first try because of the beta tests. But, overall, as a fighting game, I'm pretty impressed with Street Fighter 5. It's just that nobody else is on the whole planet, I guess, other than me. So, whatever. I'm still playing it for now just because there's nothing else new. But,
yeah.
The big scene, the scene's getting really bumping. It's so peculiar because as a stream game, it's dead. I go and watch, PR Rog had 700 people watching him, and then the next highest one was 60 people.
Jesus.
It's Street Fighter 5 just literally pushed Street Fighter 4 over and took its place in popularity. It's really weird. Really an odd game. But I think it's solid, and I think, it'll only get better in the long run. You just need Capcom to sort it out. Fix their fuck-ups.
What is MKX's Twitch numbers like now?
It just depends on... Yeah, it just depends.
Yeah, I know it's older now.
Fighting games in general just have never been that popular to begin with. But it's MKX is basically if tournaments going on, like NetherRealm streaming it, then it's high. But then other than that, it seems pretty low. I actually don't really check it otherwise.
I still watch MKX. I watch Lord Brady all the time, you know. But I mean, he puts me in timeout a lot, so I get
what?
Yeah, that's how it works. Not timed out. Not like I'm a mod. He puts the whole chat room in timeout. He's like, "Oh, you don't like that shit? Check out this home screen for 30 minutes, bitch." Boom, and he leaves.
That's like the demands that one streamer is making. Like he's like $20 in the first half an hour, or the stream's over.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? I feel like that's too much of a joke, right? That sounds made up.
Who's doing it?
Low tier god.
Oh, is it working?
I don't know. I've never seen it. I've never watched this stream ever.
These are like, I can't believe I can't even look at the internet for a day without hearing that guy's name. That guy hit it big. He's eating sports. He's so popular.
I don't know if that's eating sports.
Well, whatever it is, he's eating it. You know? So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Good shit.
I mean, you know, O.J. Simpson was popular too, but it's not a good popular.
Well, he wrote a book. You know, isn't it called Getting Away with Murder or something?
Is that what he wrote?
Yeah, after he got away with murder.
I don't think. I'm pretty sure he didn't write that.
No. I'm pretty sure he did write a book. Whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Low tier god's gonna write a book, and you know that's the end of that. He's gonna get together with Savid Derlin, and they're gonna co-author a book on strategy. It's gonna be tight.
Is that guy still streaming?
Who? David Serlin?
Yeah.
Does he stream? I don't think he streams. He's the guy that made HDR.
that was an old joke.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I remember it now. What's the next topic, man? Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
That's all.
That felt like the meat and potatoes.
Are you sure?
The only one left is Super Arcade.
Oh, that's a big one.
Is it big?
Yeah, it's big. It's not big for you. I could have sworn at this point,
okay, go on.
It's been years, right? At this point, literally it has been years since Super Arcade closed. I would have thought Watson would have this attitude of like, how am I going to get people to forget about all this shit? You know, like, I fucked up. You know, I'm just going to call it quits. And that's the end of that. Next thing I know on Twitter, he's like, I will die before I don't open Super Arcade or some shit like that. And you know, he's real hard-headed, and one thing in the end about Watson, he's a man of his word, right? I guess. Right? So, at the very least, I don't know what to think about that.
I thought you were going to end that sentence differently.
Yeah, I don't know how to end it. I don't know what to think. I'm shocked still. Basically, this news to me is... I'm stunned. How could this be true? How could this be true after all this time? He still wants to open Super Arcade. And if it is true, to me, it's great news. Right? It's not good news for him. It's not good news for his wallet and his time and his pocketbook and his future and all those other things. But it's good news to me, and I think it's probably good news to the scene. I think. What are your thoughts? What do you guys think? You guys were frequent patrons of Super Arcade. I was too. What do you think? Ricky? You first, Rip. Go ahead.
No, I've transitioned over to the esports arena, man. Like, you know, when Tekken 7 comes out, I'm sure it'll be there too. It's just, you know.
Well, I don't mean it in terms of where you're going to play.
That was the
whatever.
place for, but that was it though. You know, I mean. Like, Super Arcade existing was our place to play, and then when we didn't have it, we didn't have tournaments for a long time. And then it was last November when we were talking about Super Arcade and Esports Arena starting at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, they might be started the same week or whatever, you know, and then that never happened. And now, you know, we're 6 months later, and we've been playing at Esports Arena this whole time, so this is where the community's playing now. Like, obviously not everyone comes out because it's far, you know, I understand. So I'm saying, for the most part, though, like, if Super Arcade opened at this point for me personally, I would probably go check it out. But it's not like it's not a necessity like it was a year ago. You know?
Well, I'm not seeing it as a necessity. I'm seeing it as this is the more the merrier. The more places to play, the better it is for everyone. So I'm happy about it.
I've heard two things though. Like, so first of all, KO Gaming Lounge is open, right? I don't know how that's doing, but I know they hold tournaments, and it's already kind of in that area where Super Arcade was before, right?
Right.
Similar. And then I heard that Super Arcade's old location, something is opening up there to hold tournaments.
Mm-hmm. It's like a card anime place, but they want to hold console tournaments there too, I think.
No way.
Yep.
So where Super Arcade used to be is going to have tournaments and shit for games.
Yeah, across the street from Mount San Antonio College, where Super Arcade used to be, there's an anime store that's going to open there, and they're going to hold tournaments. This is a huge, weird clusterfuck 69. Right?
You just said the more the merrier, dude. We got way more now.
I mean, the more the merrier for us, but not for Watson, like I said. That's bad news for Watson, not for
Hella.
you or Rixta or me.
I know.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, it's hella.
So if we're going to think about who, at this point, right, I don't think anyone cares about Watson's wallet at this point. That's the last thing that anyone in this whole chat room gives a shit about, right? So,
man, that gun emoticon is getting a lot of uses right now.
The lawgiver? So, I mean, look, in the end, I don't really care that much about Watson's wallet either. If he wants to, he's an adult. If he's still, after all this bullshit, after knowing that KO Gaming Lounge and the anime place and all these places are going to exist, if he still wants to open Super Arcade, so be it. Let him do it. And, you know, I hope it works out. We'll see. It's just so shocking to me that he came out and said that that's what's going to happen. And, I mean, we'll see what happens. It's been so long. I can't believe it. I can't believe that that's what's going to happen. He still wants to open Super.
At this point, man, it's like I need to see the sign, the open sign
Pink
lit
neon.
up, the doors open to an arcade. Like everything else, I don't need to hear it anymore.
So did you guys hear about that other thing?
What other thing?
There's like Watson wrote one of his blog posts on his site, and it was about the trials and tribulations of Super Arcade.
Yeah, of course.
And he said that there is this place opening up across the street from where Super Arcade's new location is. That's called like Azusa Family Fun Arcade or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's a giant megalopolis, plopolis, whatever, you know. So, and then they had like a hearing about it to see if it would get approved, and of course it got approved like first try.
That's crazy. I don't know what the hell the deal is, what the true E-Hollywood story is behind Super Arcade, but you know, like I said, if he still wants to open the arcade, I'm hella down to check that out. Okay, let's say he says, hey, Super Arcade's opening on this date, and it actually happens, right? There's like he orders a lunch truck, and the doors open, and we go there and play. I'm down with that. I don't think anyone's not down with that. So we'll see. That's the way
I think a lot of people would still show up.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I think a lot of people would still show up. So
I mean, because Watson, it's not like Super Arcade was like nothing to the fighting game community in SoCal. I mean, for like years, it was the only thing. So we got a lot of support. We can support Watson, and Super Arcade, but the only way to support it is by
if it exists.
It exists. Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah, it's funny because it's real easy from different parts of the country or from different parts of the world to shit on Super Arcade and Watson. It's easy to do it from here too, but in the end, you got to remember this is a business, and there are people around here who miss it. We used to go there all the time, and those people will go back too. So if he really is trying to do that, I mean, I'll be there. I'll check it out. I mean, that's dope. Super Arcade was tight, man. I went there for years before Watson even owned the place. Before Ralph even owned the place. We all went there when we played Tekken 5 there for years. Tekken 4, Soul Calibur 2, when Jason, the Taiwanese guy, owned it. So it's not like Super Arcade is only Watson's arcade, For me, it has a history. And yeah, I mean, it's enticing hearing that it would open again. Even
that was like the main place like Mike Ross played at, right?
Right, Mike Ross. That's where I met him. That's where I met Mike Ross 15 years ago or whatever the fuck it was. So, it's pretty, it's like At this point, fool me once, you ain't gonna fool me again, sure. But it's nice to know that he's still kicking. He's not dead, right? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, was that really our last topic? Other than the upcoming events?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, well, I mean, the big one, we talked about Stunfest. I don't know any details about the tournament. I don't know where it is. I heard Canada. All I know is that there's a lot of Japanese players coming. One of them is Daigo, and that Infiltration is not going to be there. So that's all I know about it. I'm sure you can find details and check it out over the weekend. Other than that, next weekend is Combo Breaker from the Illinois, Chicago area. I'll be there. Rip, you're going to be there, right?
I will be there. First time, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be tight. A bunch of, the usual suspects from the scene are going to be there. It's going to be one of these Iron Fist tournament locations, so that's something to look forward to, Tekken 7. Of course, CPT event. More importantly, for you Dragon Tattoo having motherfuckers, it turned out that Combo Breaker is a ESL qualifying location too. So we're talking like multiple games and their individual scenes. For these scenes, Combo Breaker is a huge tournament. It's a huge tournament for Tekken with a big prize pool. It's a huge tournament for Moron Combat. It's got a qualifying spot. And of course, CPT events for Capcom, and who knows what other weird-ass games they got. Don't they have a Tekken Ball tournament with like
they do
50 or 60 plus entrants for Tekken Ball?
Is there some kind of like secret to playing that game, Ricky? Does it have any of that weird like throw the ball and weird shit will happen to it kind of shit?
Yeah, lots of shit like that.
Beal's the one that knows all the sick shit. I just know how to hit the ball and make sure it hits his face.
Damn.
That's all I need to do.
Okay.
What was the next thing I was going to talk about?
Spooky.
Oh, yeah. So, Spooky got hired by XSplit, who, this company also hired Offcast, who used to stream with Level Up and Valle. And, Spooky got hired and he's moving. He's moving, like, not permanently, but, indefinitely to the Philippines. Mm-hmm. And he's going to continue to stream from Asia. He's going to cover the Asian part of the world, the fighting game scene out there. He's also going to come back for certain tournaments. He openly announced that he's going to be at Combo Breaker, he said he's going to miss CEO, and he's going to be at EVO. But most importantly, I mean, he's not going to be streaming every Wednesday at Next Level Battle Circuit, and he's been doing that for a really, really long time. So, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like you got to kind of take off your hat and give a moment of silence to what great times we had. Big 2, Next Level for years, ever since Marvel, I don't even know when the hell it started, but we've been enjoying Spooky stream from Next Level for ages, and even though it's going to continue under Arturo, it's just, you can't... Go ahead.
Sorry, is that what they decided, that they're going to stream it on Arturo's channel, or are they streaming on Spooky's channel still? Because I know he last night when Next Level Battle Circuit ended, he mentioned that. He said, like, we haven't decided if we're going to keep streaming on Spooky or if we're going to move to NYC Furby, but I don't know if he's changed or if he said anything today.
Yeah, I don't know the details, but I'm sure people will watch regardless. I just think, Spooky, he's a legend. He's a legend, and I think it's super dope that he did this for as long as he did. He really didn't have to. And super dope. That guy's a hero, man, as far as I'm concerned. Good shit, Lord Spooky.
Why does the chat keep telling us to talk about Arturo? They said it last week, too.
What about it?
I don't know.
What do they want me to say? Talk about Arturo.
What's the topic?
How he's still not sponsored.
Yeah, I've heard
that. What it is?
I don't know. I heard that Arturo is pissed because he doesn't get sponsored. The joke is that he has all these points online and they should equal a sponsor. And whatever, man. I mean, that's not news, man. It's fun talking shit, Oh, I also like the Arturo Sanchez with the 0 at the end of Arturo and the dash. Oh, man, that's good shit. Internet, you guys are hard at work. I like that. But, I mean, what else is there to bring up other than talking shit about how he got beat up by Daigo and Magoo? Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he got Perfect Legend, I guess.
That's like the same difference, isn't it? It's like the latest blow-up.
But yeah, it's true. But I think if he would have got 13 games, maybe he'd get one.
Perfect
Wow.
Legend is the biggest blow up in the history of time. That
Yeah,
13
that one
and
was
0
wow.
against Sonic Fox of all enemigos. That was the biggest blow up in the history. And then with fucking Big E there too, that was a nightmare. That was the biggest blow up ever. So
Like walking away at 10-0 would have been like fine, but he had to really stretch it out for those extra 3 games.
It wouldn't have been fine. It would have still been bad. But yeah, that extra 3 really topped.
Yeah, that
was
one made it.
rough. That was rough. And the LE in Legend, unfortunate coincidence.
Mm-hmm. See, if you were lifted at 10-0, no one would have ever made that joke.
Yeah.
That's
Good point,
true.
Ricky.
So, okay, Combo Breaker next week. You guys should definitely keep your eyes on it. Spooky's streaming it, and a shitload of people are going to be there. I'm going to be there doing commentary. It's going to be one of the big tournaments, so you're gonna end up watching it if you even moderately care, because it's going to be dope.
Yes.
What's that? Was that
No,
just
I'm
an
saying
exhale? Oh, yes. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything else. I think we touched on all the pressing issues. You guys go ahead and plug your channels. Are you guys playing anything? Oh, yeah, Doom, right? Rip, you're playing Doom.
I'm playing Doom. I'm thinking about doing the Nightmare run on it because I beat it on Ultra Violence. And I've seen other people play it. Man, fucking Cat Gun is hella good at that shit, man. I can't believe it. But yeah, I want to play the Nightmare run. I think I'm going to do it.
Cool. Are you going to tell us how we're going to watch it?
Oh, yeah, you can check that shit out. Twitch.tv/levelupyourgame. And I actually have I guess I'm partnering with Curse now, so I get $20 Steam cards to give out every month. So I got a
Who?
Curse server set up now. Curse.
That's a good
Curse is
thing?
It's a
Doesn't
good thing
sound
to be
good.
cursed. Yeah, well, it's happened. And so
Curse
if
is
you guys
still pretty
want...
big, right? In terms of like just like
Yeah.
I know they're not like a esports team anymore, are they? No,
Oh,
but-
that's a good question. I don't know.
no, because I remember that some of their teams got bought up by Team Liquid, but they have a Curse server, which was kind of big for a little bit, so
Yeah.
still big.
So anyway, now the Curse client has expanded. It's like Discord with more features and stuff too, as far as I can tell so far. So, basically they give me these Steam cards to give away every month, and it's free to enter. You just got to join the Curse server, and boom, you're in there.
Cool. Ricky, go ahead.
Follow me, Twitch, Twitter at Ricksteezy, RickSteezy. I probably will stream Street Fighter or maybe Yakuza. Maybe tonight. I don't know. We'll see.
Dope. Follow him up, Lord Chatroom. What's next? Oh yeah, bitch callings. Dude, I think we should scrap this segment because, I mean, we're gonna have to scrap either Rip or the segment, and I'm not gonna do the show with Ricksta alone. I'm not gonna. He's too finicky. You gotta really scratch him behind his ear. And without, it's just not working. We're gonna have to.
I
create
have
a new
legitimate bitch callings.
segment.
All
No,
right,
you don't.
they are
They're-
legitimate.
They're
Okay.
so
Okay.
whack. People complain to me.
AT&T showed me
Don't even
37,000
say
accounts.
anymore. Don't even say anything.
37,000
End
accounts.
it
How are they
right
not
there.
bitches for that?
Don't talk.
Do you have?
Don't talk. Okay, Ricksta, go ahead.
I want to know. I want Rip to get one more chance.
He's
Today.
gonna say something about AT&T. He used to be good. Remember when he used to call Godspeed a bitch? That was
Yeah, but see, Godspeed's not around
He was
anymore.
gangster back then. Now, Rip, you've gone soft. You're
I mean, but
esports
dude-
now.
What?
You're
Dude, look,
esports now.
Godspeed is always a bitch, so there's no reason calling a bitch every week.
Okay,
you know
I'm
what I'm saying?
wagging
Like,
my
what's the
tail
point?
a little bit. Go
All right.
on.
I mean, other than that, who do we got? We've got
I mean, you were just at Wednesday Night Fights. Nobody there was a
Yeah.
bitch.
I mean, Tasty Steve, because somehow he still beats all of us. Like, I don't understand why he's good at that game. And then I beat Sherry Jennix
Oh,
in
nice.
Street Fighter 5. Yeah, I'm going esports, man.
Nice.
I beat a sponsored player.
Dude, did you see she's late? She put out another picture with pepperonis and mushrooms.
What?
Yes.
I'm picking her up. Temple Storm Sherry.
Damn.
Oh, she's already
Temple-
sponsored.
She is?
Damn it. She's Gamester Gear, right?
Don't ask me, man. Anyway, pepperonis and mushrooms. Check out the Twitter.
Did you first say pepperoni and sausage?
No.
that's what I heard at first. I think.
No, mushrooms.
Okay.
Oh.
Not that I know what
Sure.
that means anyway. All right, good shit. Yeah. So who's
We
the
can
bitch?
scrap the segment. I
Oh,
don't
are we
even
scrap-
have one.
All right, if we're gonna scrap the bitch calling segment, we gotta replace it with another good segment.
Reverse bitch callings.
So
That's
just shout
even
outs.
worse. No, there's no shout outs.
Shout outs are whack, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
People don't need to hear that they're cool. Fuck them. They're bitches.
Rickster's definitely a bitch.
We
for
can't
sure.
have this segment anymore.
The segment's
Seg-
gone?
I mean, how many episodes have we done? We're running out, dude.
I don't
One per
know.
week?
I don't know.
Alright,
It hasn't been one per week lately.
No, I'm just saying in general. That's what's expected of the segment.
It's got to be at least 120 or
Alright,
125.
I'll call it. I got a bitch call.
Okay, go ahead.
Whoever wins the Tekken ball thing at whatever that tournament is a bitch. Basically, it's
Yeah,
a future bitch.
That's a low tier bitch calling.
I
then.
mean, come
What?
on. I'm the champ.
Wait a minute. Okay, look.
I'm
Wow.
the champ. And
Wow.
these motherfuckers are fighting over the interim championship over there
We're
in
gonna
some
have to
flyover
discuss,
state. Fuck them.
replacement
And whoever wins
segment.
Pokken at Evo, they're a bitch too, Ricky, because
Mhm.
I'm the champion.
But you can enter that
Yeah.
though.
You know, when I first started
can have the
doing
combo
this
breaker, too.
podcast, it was supposed
Let's just keep
to
talking
be
over
4
Eris and
episodes.
pretend
Yeah.
like that shit
4.
wasn't happening.
4 episodes.
Huh?
It's like 130 episodes.
Is it really 130?
It really is.
Have you
Wait a
been
minute.
counting? You used to have numbers up on the title, but you stopped doing that.
I don't
'cause
deal with that shit anymore. Anyway, thanks for
No pants
watching,
is jump-
Internet. Take it easy, everybody.
Put numbers back up, no pants.